Thank you. I'm so pleased and so much honored by this occasion and by the speakers. I would say, well, some of the people here and the speakers, such as Osheroff and Penzias, they deserve this kind of honor too, because they haven't quite reached 95 yet. So maybe in a few years we can also honor them.
Will you be there?
They deserve it.
Will you come?
Yes, of course. Assuming I'm around. I'll have to come down from there somewhere. Now, I also appreciate very much Dr. Gosh and his organization of this affair and the many good things that he has done. And I want to say a few things about Dr. Gosh and his important work. And I'm very pleased to speak about that work on his behalf and try to be helpful and help out his nonprofit organization, the International Institute of the Bengal and Himalayan Basins. Dr. Gosh is a man of faith and integrity who has devoted his life to improving the lives in the developing world, and also helping populations in California and the rest of the United States, for that matter. He has been involved with the reduction of toxicity in ground and surface waters, as well as discovery of new ways to implement and improve technology used in such processes. 3 Nobel laureates, including Linus Pauling, Glenn Seaborg, and myself, have supported Dr. Gosh's efforts, of course. I became aware of his work with Dr. Seaborg during the 1990s. And after Dr. Seaborg's death, I attended meetings of the nonprofit he co-founded, eventually taking an active role in the organization as an advisor. Dr. Gosh has dedicated 3 decades of service to improving drinking water in the Bengal Basin, as well as to environmental and minority rights. Additionally, Dr. Gosh has known the current president, dedicated secularist, Dr. Ziaur Rahman, for over 4 decades. Dr. Gosh has remained a close friend and associate of Dr. Rahman, and along with his commitment, proving through decades of work in the field and conference organization, his close relationship with politicians in India and Nepal, as well as Bangladesh, making him uniquely capable of expanding his mission in the Bengal Basin. Now, we humans are remarkable. We're a remarkable species. And think, over the last few thousand years, how we have changed life and changed this planet over the last 100 years. We're changing things rapidly. Our inventions and constructions, and we just look at this building. This is human. And think of the roads, the automobiles, airplanes, all the ways humans are changing life and changing this planet. Well, that's great, but in these developments, we also endanger other species, as well as injure ourselves and change the planet. And so we have a responsibility. As we learn more and more and can do more and more, we have a responsibility for maintaining this as a livable planet, helping other species, and helping each other, especially those who are disadvantaged. So we must not just enjoy our success and sort of get as much as we can for ourselves. We must think of our responsibility, our growing responsibility, to look after this planet and those in it. Now, Dr. Gosh has worked on these things, and after some years of working with him, I began to consider his organization for a chair in my name, and the chair was established in 2008, and for him. The purpose of this chair is a global operator using the Bengal Basin as working model to address the water crisis in emerging economies. The Himalayan and Bengal basins and their vast catchment areas are home to one of our planet's most important freshwater resources. The region includes vastly different hydrologies, geologies, and ecosystems, spans elevations ranging from the world's highest peaks to one of the lowlands on the planet. The differences in elevation, geography, and ecology make this region exceptionally valuable for developing remediation technologies for the rest of our planet. Now, to address these issues using his own resources as well as contributions from friends and volunteers, Ghosh's Institute has in the past arranged a number of international conferences concerning the impact of toxins on water resources and environment, measures to reduce the impact of global warming and sea level rise on the world's most vulnerable populations, sustaining secularism and religious tolerance, and preserving the rights of women and the disabled, as well as religious and ethnic minorities. With these conferences, as well as 25 years in the field, developing models for the mitigation of water pollution, protecting water resources, and developing watershed management, Dr. Gosh has earned the trust of the United States, Britain, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, and others. The goodwill that he has established with these governments makes him and his organization uniquely capable of expanding their mission and programs. I recommend the following things for the institution, and that we help it. Continue working on ways to combine Western technology and expertise with the expertise of the many professional people and scientists of the Indian subcontinent. This will involve commitment in the field, but also a program of education so the work can be expanded and be effective over increasing areas. Number 2, develop meaningful training programs for local leaders, professionals, and development managers that will help local communities improve their awareness and understanding of water issues and develop toxic mitigation strategies or solutions to these problems. Number 3, make use of information technology in educating people on water issues, toxic mitigation, and other environmental issues. Number 4, existing data already gathered in the Bengal Basin needs to be put together, analyzed, and published to be available not only to scientists and experts, but also to local communities in forms that are meaningful to them. Number 5, develop prototypes or working models of toxic mitigation measures that local communities will be able to adapt to their own environment. Number 6, continue advising public and private groups on technologies that provide solutions to arsenic and other toxic water issues. I'm sure you can think of the others. And we need to support Dr. Gosh's wonderful work and that of his organization. With so much work in front of it, that organization will need the support of like-minded individuals who can share their time, expertise, or resources so it can fully and effectively carry out these official important missions and programs. Again, let us thank Dr. Gosh and wish the best for his work and do our best to be helpful. Thank you.
First, we're going to have a presentation of the plaque by Dr. Gosh, and Rosalie will be presenting for Dr. Towns.
It's a very simple plaque of appreciation, but it comes from our heart, from all the volunteers of IHE, and it reads, this plaque of appreciation is presented to Charles Towns in gratitude and appreciation for his unwavering support of the Institute, its leadership, and its volunteers, for sharing his invaluable advice and guidance with the Institute in its search for solutions which address the necessities, provision, conservation, and equitable distribution of safe drinking water to the populations of the Bengal and Himalayan basins and the world, as well as the human rights of all people it serves, and for inspiring the organization's leadership and volunteers to work selflessly to improve the lives of the peoples of the Bengal and Himalayan basins and beyond, particularly those in need of clean and safe drinking water and those suffering from poverty. Given on this 24th day of July, 2010 in Berkeley, California. Signed, Rash Ghosh, founder, Sterling Bonnell, president.
I want to promise to this audience and the people of the rest of the world, the rest of my life I will be work also to learn, establish, preach, and work to establish mutual respect, the mantra, the chant that I learned from my Guru, Nobel laureate Charles Towns, who were working with him 11 years. And Professor Towns is going to now live in a retirement home. He does not. He is one of the distinguished and simple man, and being has all this opportunity, but he is going to live life like Ramakrishna. I'm so proud. Thank you.